I'd like to welcome everybody back to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at Delaware Datolite. And it's probably not going to be enough to satisfy most collectors that are enthusiasts about Delaware Datolite in one video. But I'm going to do my best, and we're going to take a look at the Delaware Mine, take maybe a brief look at the history, find out where the Delaware Mine is, and maybe some different characteristics of Delaware Datolite. And we're going to take a look at some of the specimens that I have, and we're going to just take a deep dive into the wonderful datolite that comes from the Delaware Mine and the colors that it produced. So I have here in front of me probably my favorite piece of datolite from the Delaware Mine. And it's kind of a long, narrow piece. It's right here. And I found this actually along the road. And inside is this wonderful, beautiful pink, maybe reddish color. It's kind of outlined by this white outline with some copper pieces in it. And this is just, it's just one of my favorite pieces because of just the way that we found it. There's a video on our channel. It's called Finding Roadside Datolite, and this piece was featured in it. But nonetheless, this came from the Delaware Mine just by the way it looks. That's kind of how I'm judging it. And we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. A closer look at this piece, and we'll just put this back together kind of the way it was to start. And it's just a fun piece because, you know, originally when I found this piece, you know, you could just see this little bit here, and that was just kind of the clue that it was datolite. And then also you could see this little spot here, gives you that little bit of a clue. But I knew right away when I saw this piece that it was datolite. But when you open this up, it's just got a really amazing red, just want to call it maybe a reddish pink color. This is what most collectors are so attracted to on Delaware Datolite. So I just wanted to give you a little bit closer look at this piece. And we're going to take a look at some other datolite as well from the Delaware, but this one just, it's just kind of a special piece to me just because of the way that I found it with Dad when we were up in the Keweenaw peninsula. And so this piece is definitely quite special. We'll just say it's basically off limits for collecting. It's not a place where you can just go and collect datolite, just like some of these other places that we've talked about. So I just want to make mention of that this is private property, and those rights of private landowners should be respected. But there's also an opportunity to go tour the mine. The Delaware Mine has one of the most amazing experiences that you can have in the Keweenaw, and it's an underground mine tour. And I've done it. I did it with my dad back a few years back, probably a little more than that back now, but we did it anyway, and it was a lot of fun. It's a great experience. It's about 100 feet down. I think they call it Shaft 1, and it's a self-guided tour. You walk down this set of steps. It's quite a ways, and it gives you the whole experience of the mine. The tour, I believe, is about 1,700 feet that you walk, and you explore this mine basically on your own. It's self-guided, and it's perfectly safe. It's well lit, but it gives you the experience of what it might have been like, to be a miner back when the mine was in operation mining copper. So super cool experience. Highly recommend the mine tour at the Delaware Mine. So it really was just an all-in immersive experience touring this mine. They literally left it, pretty much untouched, and it's very, very much in original form. They still have some of the pneumatic guns they used for drilling cores into the rock. And, you get to be just right in the mine, just as if you were one of the miners. And here you can see the conglomerate rock above your head. Most of the rock they were after was that greenstone layer, and a lot of that red rock was discarded. So you can kind of see that from my photos here. It's also nice to go to the mine on a time when it's not busy. As you can kind of see, we were really the only ones down in the mine at the time. Another interesting thing about these photos is that there's some water still in the mine, and you can see it here in this photo. And that's just some water that's trapped in the rock beneath the first layer. Here's a really funny, they had a skunk that you could pet, and I certainly took advantage of that. And here's just some outdoor photos of the ruins and the basalt piles. So next I'll show you how to get there as far as driving directions to the Delaware Mine, just in case you want to, take the tour yourself, just like we did, and just experience that part of the Keweenaw. So to get to the Delaware Mine, I'm just going to show you briefly. This is the Keweenaw Peninsula. This is Houghton. So you're going to go quite a ways down 41, and just about 10 miles before you get to Copper Harbor, right here where I'm zooming in on, this is the Delaware Mine area. And so I'm just going to keep zooming in, and you'll see this little split off here. The Delaware Mine sign is about right here. Actually, I think it's right here. And you just take this little split off here, you drive up the hill, and there's some signs, and you come in this little driveway right up here, circle around, and you've arrived at the Delaware Mine. So even though we're not allowed to go collecting in the Delaware Mine, there's still really an opportunity to find datolite from the Delaware Mine, because a lot of the material, the basalt, and all of the tailing piles have over the years, they've been sold and used for roads, for the trails, all throughout the Keweenaw. And so it's not impossible to find a piece of Delaware datolite, maybe all the way down to Houghton. I mean, it's just no one really knows where all of that basalt tailings was sold to or moved to or used for. And so it's good to know just what to look for as far as what a datolite from the Delaware looks like. And we're going to examine some great pieces that I have in front of me right now, and maybe that'll help you, further down the road be able to identify datolite from the Delaware Mine. So we'll start here by examining the datolite that I have right here in front of me. From the back side, or we'll just say the natural side that's not polished, and that'll just help you kind of identify it from a collecting standpoint. So this piece, really difficult to identify. Just because of the red color, there's really no clue. I mean, if you're standing up, looking down on the road or something, there's not a really great clue that you're going to see on this particular piece other than the shape. And this has that cauliflower look, like bumps all over it. And that would maybe be your best clue on this particular piece. This piece, it's been broken and the datolite's been exposed. And so, right here you have that same cauliflower edge, but this is a real obvious piece where you can see that the datolite's been cut away and exposed or chipped and broken. And so it's a really a nice piece to kind of show what you might see if you found a piece of datolite that was, broken. Here's another piece that it doesn't really have as much color to it, doesn't have the deep red, but it does have sort of a lighter pink. And this is just another piece that you can definitely tell, from the outside that it's datolite. Here's another piece that has sort of the deeper reds in it, but it's just outlined by kind of a whiter outside edge. And then also it's got this cauliflower bumpy red on the outside of it. Just another indication that you've got a Delaware datolite. So let's roll these over and let's take a look at them on the polished side. And so right away, you're noticing the amazing color in the datolite. And this is one of my more favorite types of datolite from the Delaware Mine, is when you have these sort of dendritic type lines through the datolite itself. It brings a lot more interest to the piece. and certainly is a favorite among datolite collectors. Just having that dendritic type, look as far as the way it's put together. These are more of the solid nodules, which actually take a really great polish. And see if I can get some decent light on this so you can see it better. But this is a spectacular datolite. I'll show you the backside again. Again, there's really not much clue on the outside edge other than its shape, but definitely a spectacular nodule on the inside. This one's got definitely a lot of clues if you're looking from the not polished side, but definitely just a solid nodule. It's got, what's interesting here on this piece is it has some of these copper inclusions. Maybe they're iron inclusions because they're more like an iron color, but definitely really a neat display of color in this piece. And also what's interesting about a lot of Delaware is you'll see sort of the whiter outside edge where maybe the copper didn't stain the inside part of it. So the first step in being a collector for datolite is knowing what you're looking for, what it looks like, before it's polished, sort of in the natural state. And that's what I'm trying to do by showing you the backside of these datolites and hoping that increases your success, when you're out looking for datolite. So we're going to finish this video by taking a look at just a little bit better quality pictures of some of the Delaware datolite that I have, and hopefully that improves your chances next time you go up to the Keweenaw looking for datolite from the Delaware Mine. If you like that video, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, that way you won't miss out on any more of the future content, and I do look forward to seeing you next time.